Okay, the thermostat housing. Once you drain all the fluid, that top part right there, I need to replace. It's the engine coolant sensor. Top of it broke off. I'm replacing it anyway. But anyway, so the top hose, which is now right there, it needs replaced. And then this really cool hose right here went on right there. So you take that off, and then all these bolts. Take all those bolts off, and then way back there, there's another hose to remove. Alright, so you want to remove that hose. And I'm going to do that. And we'll see what this sucker looks like. I removed the battery and the air filter cleaner housing assembly. And then there's a plenum. And the resonator is right there. Mass airflow sensor is right there. And just to get it out of the way. So I drained all the coolant, which is the coolant pan is underneath the car. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh yeah, look at that. You can just kind of see how it's water running around down there. I mean, coolant on the inside the black catch pan. So catch all that fluid. And let's do it. I'm ready. You're ready. I'm ready. I swear this stupid engineer is just making it on the computer. And the computer says it's okay. But it's really a pain in the butt. Try and get this clamp off. And they put it in some obscure location where you can barely fit any kind of tools. See right there, see? Trying to grab a hold of that. See if I can, come on. Anyway, trying to get that hose off so I can get this thermostat out. Yeah. Okay, finally got that clamp off. Okay, finally got that clamp off. It was really hard to get to underneath that big pipe right there. So there's 1, 2, there's one more to get back there. See, gonna need to get a pair of tools. I've just been using this. You shouldn't have serrated edges on your clamping tool, but that's what I got right now, and it's worked so far. But just gotta get it off there. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, it's right down there. So got 2 of them off already. One was on the end of that, and right below it. Right below it. Alright. And then as you can see, the engine coolant temperature sensor broke off. I was replacing it. So at least I could screw the top in. Alright. Okay, I removed the engine coolant. I mean, not engine coolant, but the ignition coil. Alright, I removed it. Took all the plugs off. And then took the coil off. It was just 4 7mm fasteners. So now I have better access to the thermostat, which is the back part of it right there. That's what I need to, right there, that hose. I need to get that clamp off. We'll do that right now. Okay, I just went farther on back the line instead of getting that off right there, that clamp and that hose. I traced the line back. I traced it back to right there. I took that clamp off right there. That's the clamp moved back. So that clamp was up right there, moved it back, and then used the flathead screwdriver while I used the pliers or whatever to get it off. Good times. Now it's time to remove all the bolts. I already loosened them, and take the thermostat out and look at it. Look at it. Okay, without further ado, I present you with a thermostat. Get that sucker out of here. That pipe's still stuck. Ah, see what's going on, damn it. Okay, there it is, the legendary thermostat in all its glory. Clamp, a hose with a clamp on top, goes on top on there, goes in there. Top one, there's the bottom hose point. Up here is where the engine coolant temperature sensor is. It's broken off. This comes off like that. Good times, good times. Just swap that out with the new one if you want. And then back here is the gasket. Let me get that on there. There's a gasket. Here's a gasket right here. It's really cool. Oh my goodness. Now you see it was coming off whenever I was taking it off. But now it don't want to come off, which is good. Good for me. Anyway, there's a gasket right there. Good times, good times. It'll come out if you use a screwdriver. If you use a flathead screwdriver. That's good that it's really in there good. Anyway. To get the right part number, there it is. And this thing is messy. But yeah, this is a thermostat. And your thermostat might be bad, you know. See all this action in here? This is where the brains is. This is where the brains happen. See that little valve in there? It goes back and forth. It'll close when the temperatures are right for it to close. So it's a thermostat, you know. This is a liquid thermostat. It's really cool. Electronic liquid thermostat for a Ford Contour Mercury Mystique 1997. It's pretty cool, and it's a good time. You know what I'm saying? That's how you remove it, and I'm going to show you how to install it. Alright, here we go. Thank you very much. Okay, there's the oily rags, and there's a little other part on here. There we go, that I want to take off and show you guys. It's to the inside of the thermostat, and it's really cool. Let me get that off there. And here, alright, there's that end. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. And there, look at this. Look at that, man. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Motorcraft. There's the numbers. Type those numbers in the search engine and you'll get the right part number. Ooh, date. Timestamps. Ooh, 9 down 6. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright, let's install it. Okay, I'm going to put these 3 bolts back on. I took 2 off earlier and just took the last one off. So, let's put all 3 of those back on now. They all go in these areas. Okay, those people need WD-40 in their car. Okay, when you're installing, the first thing you want to do is get this. I put this this hose. It goes underneath and back through, and it goes in there. So you put that in there, and then you clamp it up. You clamp that. And after you do that, you put your thermostat down in here, and you make sure this is flush with down there. And I'll go ahead and do it now. But it's a little tricky. So I make sure it's on there. Make sure this gasket's on there. And get it all lined up. And what you're looking for, see, I was putting on backwards right there. This is on top, the engine coolant temperature sensor. This is the broken part, but that's shit. It's not even camera. That's what that looks like. The engine temperature coolant sensor on top, and then you want to plug the back end up first, and it's down near the bottom. So just shove it down in here, get it in place, and then you're going to work this beast in there. I'm going to do that and I'm going to record. Okay, I find it easier to get this part on first. So get the camera. So don't use serrated edges, but it's the only thing I got right now. Put it back into where the grooves are at before. Alright. Get that part on first. And then once you wiggle this down in there, I can access this one easier. Slip it all the way up than I can that one. So, I mean, not this one. It's over there. But then you just slip. Okay, when you're putting this back on, that main bolt right there, let me show you. This bolt, it's a 10 millimeter, and I put it on first, but don't put it on all the way tight. That way you can put this fastener in and that fastener in, and make sure you have it all lined up and centered. And that one pipe I was talking about, though, I put on, that went underneath the ignition coil carriage part. Couldn't get that off, so I had to work around it. But that was a pain in the butt. What I did was I put the thermostat down there with the clamps and hoses loose. I mean, not on. And I put it all down there, both ends loose. And I put that in first because it's hard to access. And then I moved over to over there because I could reach that clamp easier. So whatever works for you. And now I'm going to put these on there. I'm going to get them on nice and tight. Make sure it's all on there evenly tight. See, there's another bolt up here, but there we go. Just want to wiggle it back and forth. Make sure you get it in that hole right there. Not that one, but there we go. And then the same thing over here. Just wiggle it back and forth a little bit. Make sure you go in there. Make sure you don't cross thread. Usually don't. And you get them all three on there, and just, that's nice. Right in the engine coolant bath down there into the collection tray. I gotta go fish that out. Okay, 10 millimeter. Make sure it goes on there. Alright. Okay, next will be these hoses. Get that on there. Put that bottom one on. And then you're left with the clamp, which is very fun. I'm going to do something. I'm going to use these duck bills. It is barely, oh my goodness, barely reach. Oh my goodness. I might just have to go with the big old pair of pliers. Alright, so he get it like that. Move it on up and get it back to where it was before. There we go, right there. Alright. And now the next one. Look at it, make sure it's on there. It is, I believe. Alright. And the next is, okay, it's starting to get dark a little bit, so I'm just gonna wanna get this on there. Just because nighttime is scary. And then we're gonna try those duckbills again. Yes, we are. We are going to try those duckbills. Oh my goodness. Watch out for the negative battery terminal. The positive battery terminal. Well, it doesn't reach. Alright. Well, we will use these bad boys. And then this part is the fun part. Go, go, go. Oh, I can only go that far. And then to go the rest of the way, we will try. Oh, look at these. Man, this one's no joke. No joke. We're just gonna have to wiggle it up. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh my goodness, don't want to destroy the hose. There we go. And that's where we want it. We fix it because you'll know when it goes back into where it was. It's a good time. It was right there. Yeah, oh, I heard it. I think I heard it snap into place. Because these clamps, they wear they wear grooves on this rubber. And they like to be in the same spot. Alright, now that's on there. The next order of business is, let's tighten this up. Remember, this looks like this. I'm going to change this. I need to replace that anyway. It's a sensor. You know, sensors are sensors. They get replaced every now and then. This is a 19 millimeter. And we're just going to want to get that snug so no fluid wants to come up and out to get us. We're going to plug this up next. But since this is right here, and it's a good time, so you just want to button things up, and then, you know, you're almost done. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. Now we're going to get this part on there. Get that on there. Alright, it goes down. This you can almost get it with your fingers. But I don't have muscle fingers. I'll just use this one and go wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah, watch it. It does. These things are cool. These clamps. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh my goodness. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. There we go. Okay. That's enough wiggling for one day. Okay, thermostat's on. I need to put the ignition coil. Put the big bad ignition coil back on. Let's see. This is part of. Okay, this goes into there. We need to put this back on first. Making sure the thermostat, all the parts are on there, and it's all good. It's looking good. Remember, it looks like this. Okay, so it's looking good. It's all snug, and all the bolts are on. And we're all happy about that. So next is to get this bad boy back on, which here's our hold down fasteners. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'll just set this in there, and then I'll hit the record button to stop it, and then I'll record whenever I'm done. Okay, it's getting dark, but now whenever you're plugging these up, have them labeled. Like I have these labeled, so I'm looking for, oh, where is it at? Okay, I got these labeled. I have you can't see it, but it says TL top left. So I know it goes in the top left one. So what you want to do, squeeze that and then let go. Actually, first you put on this, and then you squeeze this and let go.